back in my hometown, and I never wanted that trip to the Philippines to end. Why am I back here? I'm like day one, not even a full day back home. I'm already feeling the effects mentally, and the effects are not good. I want to cry. I want to scream. I want to buy a ticket. No, I want to buy a ticket back. I just like genuinely, this is not where I'm supposed to be. A Walmart parking lot? Yeah, this is not where I'm supposed to be. I'm not even supposed to live in the same country as a Walmart. This isn't it. Say psych right now. Say psych right now. Rewind the button. Give me the channel changer and rewind the button. Channel changer. I said that because I don't think anybody says channel changer. I think most people call it a remote. A remote control? No. Channel changer. Except nobody really surfs through the channels anymore because we don't have cable anymore. Streaming, yes. But anyways, this isn't what my life was supposed to be. In another universe, I never would have had, like, I would have never almost died when I was 11 and, like, had to be hospitalized. And in said life, I would have went to school in the Philippines, and I probably would have preferred it much better there. And maybe I would have never came back here. Maybe I would have already had dual citizenship. Maybe I wouldn't be in a lot of the predicaments I've gotten myself into living here in the States. Oh, I just had Taco Bell though. I will admit, I do love that about the state. The U.S. Taco Bell! But is Taco Bell worth staying at the cost of my mental health? I already know the answer to that argument, but let's not get into that. This isn't it. This isn't it. It wasn't supposed to be this way. It really wasn't. I am not gonna lie. I was so much happier in the Philippines. Like, honestly, that was maybe the first time I was somewhere and I was like, yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be. No questions asked. This is where I've been meant to be, you know? And I said that in the same world where I once wanted to not be. So the fact that I found a place that made me want to stay, that meant a lot. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not trying to get all sad. Honestly, I'm fine. I'll get over it. But it was like, I really love that place. I really, it just like truly deep in my soul, I felt like that's where I was supposed to be. That's where I belonged. And felt like had I visited any time sooner, I would have solved all my problems. I'm kidding. Well, like, no, but it would have solved like a lot of the mental health issues I was going through, you know. And I will always cherish it for that reason. But it's fine. That's all the more reason to just make as much money as I can here. And then, I don't know, maybe a third of the year, or at least 2 months out of the year, every single year, just leave and spend all the money I make over there instead of spending it here. Or literally just coming with no wallet, no money, and just living off the land. Maybe come with things that I can maybe sell to make money over there, and just see how I can make it in another country with absolutely nothing. I don't know. I like literally my uncle has no job and he still makes it out there, and I'm like, I some people in the States may call that homeless. At least over there, like, I call that inspirational, because, like, how you do that? I don't know. The fact that that's an option, I never thought that was an option. And he was the happiest person I saw. Like, what? And honestly, I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, you know what? It's fine. It's fine if I have like $2 in my bank account, which that does happen every now and again. It doesn't matter. And it wouldn't matter as long as I was happy. Like, if that's what it meant, like, okay, you can be happy, but every single time you're happy, you have to have like $2 in your bank account. Or you can have all the money in the world, but caveat, you'll be miserable. And you'll buy and buy and buy, and it'll never satisfy the happiness that you desire. So it's like, yeah, I would choose the $2. Give me the $2. Sorry, it's all good. Just reminiscing on the life I could have had, you know? I say that as if I'm dead. No, I'm still here. Honestly, it's fine. It really is. But it was just like, you know, while I was there, I remember every now and again I'd be like, oh, like, at least I'm still here. Like, or like one time I fell asleep in the car. I woke up and I was like, oh, thank God I'm still here in the Philippines, back when I was in the Philippines, i.e. like 2 days ago. Anyway, no, but like when I was in the Philippines, so again, I was in the car, fell asleep, I woke up and I was like, oh, thank God I'm still here. Because like in my dream, I feel like I was like already back in the States or something, but I woke up still in the Philippines. And every now and again, I would have this feeling where I'm like, oh gosh, like I'm still here in the moment and I'm so grateful, but you know, things are temporary, situations are temporary, which thank God. But at the same time, it was like, I don't want this to be a temporary thing. I want this to be my everyday. I don't think people understand, like hypothetically thinking, like, just imagine you find a place and you feel at peace and you feel loved and you feel like you belong, or you feel like you're supposed to be there, and it makes you feel like this is where I was supposed to be the whole time, and then leaving, so heartbreaking. I never would have thought I'd be somewhere like that. I never thought I'd feel like that somewhere. And not to get all sad or emotional, but it's just like, that really, like, I just think back on the year 2022. If you know, you know that's the worst year of my life. I just think back on that year, and sometimes I think, I'm like, genuinely, like, if my mom would have just like, okay, you're not doing good, you need a break from all this, you need to get away from this. If she would have just sent me to the Philippines, like, I really do think that would have done me wonders. And I wonder how much different my life would have been had I been sent there instead of like the mental hospital like over 5 times. You know what I mean? Like, and like, I don't know, it's like you would think going to the hospital so many times, you would think that would help, but at the time it really didn't. Sometimes I'd come back from the hospital like way worse off than before I came in, and it was like, it wasn't fixing anything. But I feel like had I just been around people who I felt like loved me, and you know, it would have changed the game. So now I'm like, okay, anytime I'm really sad, to get to the Philippines. Okay, I'm gonna get off this before I start crying, because genuinely, like, that was my baby right there. That was my everything. I just need to figure out a way to be able to send my dogs with me so that I really am at peace, you know? That was my everything. I'll make it back. I need to use this motivation as a lighter to light a fire under my ass so I can work harder and go there more frequently and make that a more regular thing for me and make that my reality, because I don't know, I guess I just never knew a place like that was possible for me to be at and feel like just so at peace. Anyways, so grateful for that trip. If you saw me on that trip, you were there with me on that trip, shout out, love you big time. Sorry, I'm okay, genuinely. I just like I don't know, but just being home sometimes it's like even sometimes at home I feel like I don't belong. But then imagine going somewhere you've barely even been and then feeling like this is where I've been meant to be, but I haven't been in years, and maybe that's why, psychologically speaking, I'm just not where I'm supposed to be mentally, like, because, like, you know, you're just straight up in the wrong place. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyways, maybe let's not make this sad, but maybe let's turn this into something that, if you're watching this and let's say you are sad, maybe the real cure is just going somewhere you've never been before and searching for that place that you feel like you do belong, and that makes you feel like this is where I'm supposed to be. And maybe it is time to leave your current environment that makes you nothing but miserable and realize that there's other options, and it doesn't have to be, everything does not have to be miserable. Sometimes you're just not in the right place, and the good thing about that, though, is there is a place out there that does exist where you will feel 10 times better, or just better, period, than where you currently are. And maybe if you're not feeling it, maybe that just means you're not where you're supposed to be. And maybe that's your sign to get out. I don't know. Why don't we just leave it on that more positive note? And not in a bad, I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in, like, the best way possible. Like, you may not be doing well now, but maybe this is your sign that you just need to experience other places. And one day you'll find that place where you're like, finally, like, this is where it's at. This is where I'm supposed to be. I don't know. Anyways, love you. Bye.